here, I don't know if you can see this cabinet. This is a White Rotary Treadle, and I love that cabinet. And looks like a mission-style desk. And I just got this one, and I'm going to show you some stitching on it in just a minute. When I open it up, that panel that says white on it will disappear and the machine will pop out. So 1 second. So there it is, opened. Machine's in real good shape, and I'm going to try and do some stitching on it just to see. So these old White machines had kind of strange feet. I don't know if you can see this, but the foot attaches differently than it would on a modern machine where they have the screw on the side. They have top clamping feet. And there's this screw here, and the foot slides into a groove, and then this tightens down. And works fine. And they came with several different kinds of specialty feet. I have a couple of boxes full of all the different attachments, ruffler, binding feet, different things. But what they never made was a quilting foot. And most quilting feet in the modern quilting feet category have the ability to hop up and down as the quilting is happening. So they attach to the presser bar, and as the needle goes up and down, it makes the quilting foot ride up and down. Well, they didn't have one for these. So what I've done for this machine, and I'm going to see if it works, is I took a chunk of metal and bent it. And the way I'm intending for this to work is that this will slide on and tighten up, and now this is my quilting foot. And when I put my presser bar down, it does not come all the way down to the feed teeth. The teeth on this are not droppable, but it's not going to matter. If there's not enough pressure on this, I'll still be able to slide my work around, and theoretically it should work. Let's see if we can get some light better here. So I'm going to try that with this little setup and see what happens. If that doesn't work, I've got other ideas. I just finished the big job of this machine. Is probably over 100. I haven't looked up the serial number yet, but I think it's about from, I want to say about 1910-ish. And so it needed a lot of cleaning, and I've got grease and oil in my fingernails and in my fingers from all the crud that I've been scrubbing out from the inside. But that shouldn't affect the operation of the machine any. Let's see if I can zoom out just a bit. So we'll try it. Remember to put the foot down, and I just did the first thing that you have to remember about a White sewing machine, and I forgot, is that it turns the opposite direction. So I was turning the wheel towards me and it wouldn't pick up the thread. It has to turn away from you. So everything about this machine is sort of backwards from a Singer. And it takes a little bit of memory to get that right. I wanted to get my threads underneath my foot. So we turn the wheel away from us, and that'll get us going. And that seems to work pretty darn good. What I need in this spot is better light, but aside from that, also should have my quilting sliding mat on. Oh, I broke my thread. So it turns out that a little practice was required to get the tension and the needle correct, but it's working pretty great right now. And I'm still going to do a little adjusting on this foot that I made, because I see that it's not perfectly even. It's higher on one side than the other from when I bent it into shape. But seems to do a pretty darn good job. And it is a nice, smooth running machine, and I just love the cabinet that it's in. So I'm happy that I can use it for free-motion quilting as well as regular straight stitching, because honestly I'll use it a lot more if I can do the free motion in it. I have another one that I took the feed dogs out of completely, and I use that one for embroidery. But so far so good on this with the makeshift foot. That was a hunk of some sort of a metal object that came out of one of the drawers in this cabinet when I bought it. With some sort of a hook. I have a feeling it was probably for a garter belt. And that's what I used to make the little hook with. I just want to tighten it up so it stays in the center. Anyway, the nice thing about it being all wire here is that I can see through it. A lot of times if your foot is too solid, it's harder to see where you're going, and you get a lot of overstitching because you can't really see where your stitches are headed. So, oops, I'm going backwards. Hard to remember at first that these guys run the opposite direction of a singer, so you've got to always remember to turn that wheel away from you. And after I get used to using it, I'll be able to do that without having to touch the wheel. I'll be able to do it with just my feet. But because right now it seems like a foreign direction, I'll probably have to keep using my hand for a little while when I stop and start that wheel, or at least when I start it. And this thing runs so smoothly. What a treat. The cabinet was in really good shape. It just needs a little further cleaning. I gave it a good wipe down. There's all kinds of goodies in the drawers, including a whole bunch of old patterns that I want to dig out and take a look at. And then there's a whole bunch of old send away for it kind of iron-on transfers that somebody had ordered and gotten in the mail with the original envelopes. There's 8,000 crochet hooks in the drawers, a bunch of old needles. So it's kind of a fun little archaeological dig to go through the drawers in this machine as well. Anyway, I think you can see what I'm up to. This is denim. It's a pair of white jeans that I got at Goodwill, and I'm recycling. They will become one of my bags. But I wasn't sure at the beginning that I'd be able to do it. But now that the machine is behaving properly, I think I'm in business with this one. And I thought with the white denim, it'd be nice to have a real strong contrast, so I'm using this dark green thread. And it is a little different than the Singer that I've been using, but really not much. You know, once you get adjusted to the difference in the treadling direction and that it runs actually a little smoother, it's really just about the same. If you can operate one treadle, you can probably do them all. As with any treadling, as far as quilting is concerned, the secret is in the speed. So it's getting that needle and to operate at the correct speed, so that and moving your hands at the correct speed, so that those two are working together and you create nice stitches that are uniform. And so that's a little bit of what I'm needing to work on with this one, because it is a little bit different. But overall, I'd say not too bad. And I hope at least some of that showed up in the video, and I'll show you the finished product at some other time. Happy quilting!